So I'm Scott.
And I'm Brett.
And the energy source that we decided to research was nuclear energy. Just a quick overview about nuclear energy. Around 6% of the world's energy and 14% of the world's electricity is produced by nuclear energy. And here in Illinois, 47.8% of our electricity is produced by nuclear energy, which is fourth in the United States. Alright, so nuclear power plants use uranium oxide to generate electricity. It's a very complicated process. You can see the process up there of splitting of an atom of uranium. But it starts off with fuel in the form of small ceramic pellets being placed inside metal fuel rods. These fuel rods are then grouped together, and this is called an assembly. Fission occurs when the uranium atom is split, causing a reaction that produces the heat and the energy. And the most important part of this is capturing that heat and energy that's given off when, as you see in our diagram, the uranium atom is split. This energy is used to boil water into steam, which drives a turbine generator to produce the energy and to save the energy. The downside of nuclear fuel and energy is that you have to replace the fuel every 18 to 24 months. You have to replace a third of the nuclear fuel in a reactor, and it has to be replaced with fresh fuel. The problem is what to do with this fuel and what to do with what happens after the reaction. It has to be disposed of, and the process for disposing of it has to be underground disposal in a specific, specially designed facility, and that's essential to being able to use nuclear energy safely. And just some interesting facts about nuclear energy. The sun and stars actually produce some nuclear energy to give off light and heat. Uranium, which is the source of today's nuclear fuel. During the Middle Ages, craftspeople used it to color glass yellow and certain shades of green, which was not healthy for them, because this nuclear was given off, and when creating nuclear energy is radioactive and can be potentially harmful. But just removing a person's outer clothing can remove 90% of the radioactive material after a disaster, such as what happened in Chernobyl and things like that.
Okay, next slide. Okay, now to go over the benefits of nuclear energy, first being its relative cost efficiency. The average production cost for nuclear generated electricity was 2.4 cents per kilowatt an hour, this being the most cost efficient of any other energy source, more than coal, natural gas, and petroleum by a whopping 25.5%, 29.5%, and 837% respectively, therefore making energy cheaper for everyone. It's also good for local and state economies for the reasons listed above, and because it generates money for the economy. According to an analysis by the Nuclear Energy Institute, for every single dollar spent by the nuclear power plant, $1.04 is created for the local community, $1.18 for the state economy, and $1.87 for the U.S. economy. This is due to the over $16 million in taxes each of these companies pay into the respective governmental bodies listed before, and because of the jobs they supply to create the power plant and then to maintain the power plant. Another benefit of nuclear energy is its material and resource efficiency. According to the U.S. Department of Energy, a single uranium pellet the size of a single cuticle contains an equivalent amount of energy as 17,000 cubic feet of gas, 1,780 pounds of coal, or 149 gallons of oil, therefore limiting the amount of materials used, which leads to the cost efficiency we went over before. Displayed all of these benefits I went over, a poll done by the New York Times shows that only 43% of Americans approve of nuclear energy, showing that there more needs to be done to educate the public about nuclear energy and its benefits. And next slide is our bibliography.